Hello and welcome to the 32nd episode of Journalism Classics with Ali Hakim. In this episode, I shall be throwing a challenge to the media to wake up to its responsibility of holding governments accountable to the people, as it does not appear as if it is doing enough in this regard. Last Thursday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu delivered his midterm report to Nigerians, in which he said Nigeria was on course to building a greater, more economically stable nation. That report gave the media and other stakeholders, like the Nigeria Labour Congress, the opportunity to dissect, interrogate, commend, or condemn the claims made by the president. Giving a midterm report is not an exclusive duty of the president or the federal government. State governments and their governors are not precluded from discharging this same function. State governors are expected to take a cue from what the federal government has done and render similar accounts of their stewardship midway into their tenures to the people who voted them in. Most of the governors will not render such account of stewardship unless compelled to do so, and it is the media that can compel them, invoking its constitutional approval to hold those in government accountable to the people. The Freedom of Information Law is a good instrument that the media can rely upon to obtain information with which state governors can be assessed. Since the removal of fuel subsidy and the rejigging of the tax law, for instance, most of the states of the Nigerian Federation have been receiving statutory monthly allocations more than twice or thrice what they were receiving prior to the implementation of these policies. Last week, the Federation Account Allocation Committee rated Taraba as the worst state in the collection of value-added tax in the first quarter of 2025, when it generated 2.33 billion naira, a significant drop from the more than 10 billion naira it collected in the preceding quarter. Taraba, in the northeast geopolitical zone, in conjunction with its counterparts in the zone, Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, and Yobe, jointly collected 30.04 billion naira as VAT in the first quarter of 2025, but got 124.2 billion naira as their share of VAT, more than 400% of what they brought to the table. The question now is, as revenue allocations to the states have witnessed multiple increases, what has been the impact on the people and on the provision of infrastructure, or shouldn't there be any? Has life become more meaningful for people in these various states? Who should ask these questions that will make the state governments to explain what they have been doing with the increased revenue allocations from Abuja every month? Of course, it is the media. Last week also, the Commonwealth Institute of Advanced and Professional Studies, an academic and research institution, rated Taraba as the worst in terms of governance performance index, scoring 20% compared to 73% scored by Kaduna State, which topped the chart. It is time the media held state governors accountable to the people from day one in office until they leave office. A total of 31 governors were either elected or re-elected in 2023, and this is 2025. So they should be giving their midterm reports by now. as it is not enough to just bask in the euphoria of first 100 days in office, which they hold with fanfare, elaborate celebrations and inauguration of rushed up projects. After such celebrations of first 100 days in office, nothing is heard about most of these state governments in performance areas. The media has the responsibility to focus on the states so that concurrently Nigerians themselves will ask questions at the state level rather than concentrating only on Abuja in their demands for improved social welfare and infrastructure. Out of the 31 governors who ought to be rendering midterm reports to the people of their states, 19 belong to the ruling African All Progressives Congress, while 12 belong to the opposition People's Democratic Party. Governors who should be rendering midterm reports are those of Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, Ebonyi, Enugu, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kaduna, and Kano states. Others are Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun, Oyo, Plateau, Rivers, though the governor had been on suspension for a couple of months, Sokoto, Taraba, Yobe, and Zamfara states. I am hoping that the media will take this challenge and make state governments more accountable to the people who voted the leaders into power. Thank you for watching. I shall be here again next Sunday, God willing. Bye.